All right, welcome to the YYC Cop Bites, everyone. As always, I'm Andrew. I want to apologize for the lack of content recently, but my computer decided to end its life, and it's taken a while to get a new one. So yeah, there's that. I'm also working on getting an HD camera because obviously video quality here is not all that good, and again, probably a good thing for you guys. And we're getting a microphone as well to get some better audio quality. But back, ready to dive in. Before we get started, I just want to mention that the Rangers Supporters Club of Calgary have invited us to join them at the Palomino Sports Bar on 7th at 8 a.m. on Saturday to watch the Stevie G charity match, Rangers Legends versus the LFC Legends. So it should be a fun time. If you get a chance to go by, I definitely suggest that you do. Okay, so second international break review show. That's how long it's taken to get a new laptop. All right. So here we go. 8 out of 8 wins, maximum point haul of 24. So we got a win against Newcastle at home, 3-1. Chelsea away, 2-1. Sheffield away, always difficult game, 1-0. And Leicester at home, 2-1 with that controversial penalty. Personally, I don't find it controversial. You're touched in the box. Players are told if you get touched in the box, you go down. You don't go down, ref's probably not going to give you the decision, so hit the floor. Did he make the most of it the way he went down? Probably, but either way, it was still a foul. It's still a penalty in my eyes. If you don't think so, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. So with that being said, the top six at the moment, this is just it's blowing my mind. Obviously, Liverpool, first place, 24 points. Man City, 8 points back with 16. Now, I said this earlier, and I've said it a few times. First of all, I thought when they lost company, they were going to struggle with leadership, the dressing room leadership along their back line. I still thought they'd be okay because Emerick Laporte is a good defender. He's a class defender. Him out injured. What are you going to do, John Stone's also out injured, if I remember correctly. So you've got Otamendi, who, joke of a defender, really and truthfully. Fernandinho now out of that defensive midfield role and playing as a center back because they don't have any other options. Should they have bought a center back in the window? Probably. That's my decision, or that's my opinion, but let me know in the comments what you think. And if you're a Man City fan, let me know what you think is happening with your squad and with your team right now. It definitely looks disjointed. Third place, you got Arsenal. Arsenal, I'm kind of hit or miss with Arsenal right now. I think they've got a lot going forward. They kind of remind me of Liverpool a couple of years back, where they had a ton going forward, but defensively just an absolute shambles. But in third place with 15 points, they're one off City. So any Arsenal fan probably say, finish third, you'd be pretty happy. So again, if you're an Arsenal fan, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of your squad so far this year. What do you think of your season? I try to watch as much as I can, but I've only got so much time in a day. I'd love to hear from you. The big surprise for me, well, not really surprise, but I actually like it, and I think it's great. Leicester in fourth. Tied on points with Chelsea, ahead on goal difference, but Brendan Rodgers has got them playing some really good football. And that midfield, it's Madison, Ndidi, and Tielemans. It's one of the best midfields in the Premier League. They are just phenomenal. Jamie Vardy obviously was red hot to start the season. Kind of cooled off a little bit. Didn't really get a look against Liverpool, but he's still Jamie Vardy. Needless, without even going into what's going on with him and his wife and Rooney's wife right now. I have no idea. I just saw it on Twitter a little bit ago. Obviously, as I said, Chelsea also on 14 points. And Palace. Now, Chelsea I'd like to talk about because I think Chelsea is an actually really exciting team to watch right now. I was extremely skeptical about Frank Lampard and what he was going to do for Chelsea, but these kids he's got playing, they're playing well. Mason Mount and Tammy Abraham look the real deal. I was a little bit hesitant about Abraham at the beginning of the season, but numbers don't lie, and the kids find a way to put the ball in the net. So that's great. So there's your top six. You got Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Leicester, Chelsea, and Palace. there's some big names missing out of there, and I'm going to dive into that here pretty quick. Tottenham sitting down in ninth place with 11 points. So, we're talking they're 13 points behind Liverpool 8 games into the season. That's insane. That's crazy. Not what I expected. It looks like they've given up. They don't want to play for Poch anymore. Poch seems like he just doesn't care. Yeah, I think it's the end of the Poch era. I think you're going to see him go at the end of the season. I think all this stuff with Christian Eriksen, and I can't remember who the other one was that were looking to leave. They never got their move out because they were just priced so incredibly high. They just don't care, and you can see it. You can see it in their performances. You see it on the pitch. They just don't seem to really be bothering about playing the game. It's like 10 goals. They shipped 10 goals in 2 games, but 3 days. The 7-2 loss to Bayern Munich, the same Bayern Munich that we were told last year was not the team they once were, and that's the only reason Liverpool were able to go to the Allianz and beat them. They just put 7 past last year's Champions League finalists. So whoever said that, good on you, but you were definitely wrong because that team can play. The big one, and I'm going to try to do this without smiling, but it's not going to happen because I do have a lot of United fans. Man United are in 12th with 9 points. 9 points. They're 15 points off of Liverpool. Liverpool are almost double the amount of points ahead of them 8 games into the season. They're 2 points away from relegation or the relegation zone. Right, they're a mess. They're a mess. It's the football is horrendous. There's no plan there. It looks like Solskjaer's just go out, play football, kick the ball around, have some fun. I'll just talk to the media afterwards. So yeah, any Tottenham or United fans, please drop me a line. I'd love to hear what you have to say about what's going on with your team. So back on to Liverpool. Obviously, those are the big ones. There's a lot of talk about the league being over, and obviously, as a Liverpool fan, you'd like to sit there and say, yeah, but you got to have that cautious optimism. And I definitely wouldn't say the league is over. The title's won because it's 8 games into the season. However, I do think it's going to be extremely difficult for Manchester City or anybody to catch us at this point. Manchester City look extremely vulnerable. And as I said, Arsenal, there's no defense. So I think just more of the same going forward. Let's see what happens. It's definitely going to be an interesting season. A lot of people are talking about whether or not they can go win every game or match the Invincibles from Arsenal. I'm not going to say it's impossible. We were almost invincible last year. We lost 1 game. Yeah, so quietly optimistic, maybe slightly confident that it is possible. Sure, why not? It's you've got to be able to look at this and see it for what it is. This is the best Liverpool team I've ever seen, and I've been a fan for 32 years from the day I was born. Pretty much, my mom had me. She was watching Liverpool in the living room, and I'd be there probably in a basket or something, or in my playpen or crib or whatever, while the game was on. So yeah, I definitely think we have all the tools there. What Jurgen Klopp has done is just it's astronomical. It's mind blowing. It's astronomical. This man it was the perfect manager for this club. All the talk about him possibly leaving when his contract's up, I'm not even worried about it. I don't even want to think about it. I want to enjoy this ride, just like you all should. Yeah, I just think that we got a tough stretch coming up here. Pretty sure we've got Manchester United up next. We got Tottenham, City's coming up in November. Who knows if De Bruyne or any of those guys are going to be back for City, but yeah, it's a fun time to be a fan, and I'm excited. I love watching these games. I love watching this team. We're getting that drama of those late goals, and that's a sign of champions. You think back to Manchester United of the '90s, and there's Fergie time and those last minute penalties that we're getting. it's kind of happening the same with us. We had a bit of it last year. Um, and we're not even playing at our best. It's not even close to our best. We're 8 wins out of 8, and I don't even think we got out of second gear. So, Salah, final product a little bit off, even though he's scoring, but there's definitely some opportunity. Mane's missed a few. Virgil's missed a couple open headers in the box. Like, these are all things that can just get better. So I'm excited to see what happens when that all clicks together because it's impressive. I think if I had to pick my standout player of the season so far, or most important player, I think it's a tie between three, and I think Sadio Mane, Fabinho, and Joel Matip. I think those are the three. And you know what? I'm going to give Adrian a shout here too. It looks like we're going to get Allison back after the international break. I I just don't. Adrian came in out of nowhere and has got 8 wins out of 8, and he's won us the Super Cup. What more can you ask for from a guy who's just brought in last minute because of a goaltending issue? So, hey, you know what? Be excited, Liverpool fans. This is going to be great. Great season, no matter what happens going forward. I'm excited. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, so as I said, we'll be finally getting some more content up here, and I'll be doing a lot more. I'm in the process of moving too, so obviously you can see there's no Liverpool anything anywhere. So when I get into the new place, we'll get it all set up. If you have any comments, questions, whatever, please put them in the comments section. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, all of it. I'll put links in the description. And yeah, like I'd love to chat with you guys. So please let me know what you think of what's going on. If there's any topics or anything you'd like to discuss, just drop it in that comment selection. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, go Reds.